This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
Yeah, hop in a Rari, change my life so I bought a Ferrari. Space coupe, we rockin' Atari. Take for granted the life that I'm giving. Taking risks.
Get a job. Get a job.
Every time that you see me, I'm flying high. Where my whole life without being defined. All the struggle I went through, I'm living. I can change your life in a second. Needed time, so I bought me a big
Behind me is one person from every country on
To
earth.
me, man. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
Yeah. Loving you was the biggest line.
Dealing with
Changed my life
blockchain,
around everything.
people's money,
Feeling stronger than I've ever been.
transactions.
Put me back to the better days. Waste my life just to find a way. Seeing everything just fade away. Risking everything to throw away. Sell my soul just to find a way.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man. This shit ain't nothing to me, man. This shit ain't nothing to me,
Seeing
man.
the people that did me wrong, I cannot see them through the front glass. Changing my life, it's moving fast. Jet in a hurricane moving past. I knew in my future I'd make it out. Hop on a Porsche, they hating fast. Saying they love me, I know it's fake. I'm seeing the lies right in your face. I'm on a stage, I got a place. Lie to me now, I kill the scene. I just got the brand new interface. Look in your eyes, I see the pain. Watching this light just fade away. Blew at the bass in 808s. Hang up on me now, you change your face. See me blowing up, it's time to change. Making a move, I gotta change. See my life over everything. Two-tone watch, I stayed the same. Higher mind than the average man. Beaten down, but I still survive. I refuse to be broken now. Know my worth, I ain't joking. I remember all the words.
If you're thirsty, you're dehydrated. If I ever find myself thirsty and dehydrated, I drink the whole bottle at once. And the reason I do this is to rehydrate myself.
Yeah, hop in a Rari. Changed my life so I bought a Ferrari. Space coupe, we rockin' Atari. Take for granted the life that I'm giving. Taking risks every day that I'm living. Don't listen now, but you remember why. Every time that you see me, I'm flying high. Where my whole life without being defined. All the struggle
This shit
I went
ain't
through, I'm
nothing
living.
to me,
I can change your life in a second. Needed time, so I bought me a big watch. See the time tick by my wristwatch. Realize that life is a big stop. Checking over my shoulder, I needed that. Know my life is not for me, I'm spitting facts. Pulling up on my brother, I'm ripping packs. Yeah, loving you was the biggest lie. Changed my life around everything. Feeling stronger than I've ever been. Put me back to the better days. Waste my life just to find a way. Seeing everything just fade away. Risking everything to throw away. Sell my soul just to find a way.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
Oh boy, I missed the transition in. It's okay. I'm streaming at a weird time. I'm not sure if anyone's even going to show up, but I want to talk about Brad Taste. Here's the thing with Brad Taste in music. I don't like Brad Taste in music, okay? Is everything good? Everything I think's good. I don't know. To me, he comes across as like one of these like internet crybabies. He doesn't really make like commentary type content, although he does make critical content. So this is Brad Taste in Music. He's a music review channel. And, you know, with that, you will occasionally have to give controversial opinions unless you're a total like grifter sellout that only feeds people what they want to hear. So there is a controversial nature to the type of content that he makes online, but you know, it's not like commentary. It's not like he's always like asking for it. Like me, if somebody wants to like respond and like tear me apart after I sit here for 2 hours and call them a loser, that's kind of my cross to bear, right? It's not quite as bad with him, but there is a controversial nature. He needs to have a spine to be someone who's going to comment on like music, have a take. You have to have a little bit of a spine. You have to have the ability to dig your heels into the sand if your content is going to revolve around the integrity of your opinions. So Brad Taste in Music, with that all being said, Brad Taste in Music is, according to the Wikitubia shit, he's 24 years old, which is a bit younger than I thought he would be. 24-year-old dude, YouTube channel, successful, music critic. Okay, that's what we got going on here. So, oh God. So, I don't know. Here's an example of him, like, crying about people being mad at him. Because this is, like, why I don't like him. Okay, I think he's a people pleaser to the point where, like, he's just annoying, and I don't want to spoil anything for those of you who don't know or need a good refresher, but, like, just to the core of what this guy does online. He's supposed to be a music critic. You're supposed to be able to listen to his opinions about music. And, a part of that is I have to believe you believe what you're saying. right? So this is what happens when this guy gets pushed back on his opinions. This is a tweet that Brad reposted. What is it? I'm done reviewing anything 21 Pilots related. Everyone was so happy when I enjoyed the first single. No one had a single issue with me, and since I didn't enjoy the full album, the fans have shown themselves as just a bunch of weirdos. I actually really expected to love this album and left it feeling like it stunk. The amount of people saying I went into hate it or I was just influenced by chat is insane. This level of delusion and distrust is so rude. I've been giving my honest opinion on this band for years, and people have loved my stuff for years and turned on me when there was one video where they disagreed with me. So yeah, this band doesn't deserve any more of my attention. People have been stoked. If I loved it, no one would be criticizing me, and now I dissect the album. If I enjoyed the songs, I see this time and time again. You people are hypocrites. I'm done. Now, that to me is just, this to me is so cringy. Like, you're a music review channel. Your opinion is affected clearly by how people are perceiving it, to the point where when you do get pushback, you're openly going to complain about it on Twitter and just not going to review those people's stuff anymore because the fans disagreed with your opinion. Well, if this is how harshly you're affected by your audience's opinion of you, I don't think your word is worth anything at all. I don't think your opinion on anything is worth anything at all. And you know, that is like the whole basis of your channel. That is the integrity of your channel. So I just think it's funny that a guy who's supposed to be a critic of an art is this sensitive to criticism. And I wonder who, other than people that just want to sit in a hug box of their own creation, would bother to watch him. So this is where it gets good. For those of you who don't remember, I'll try to go over this real briefly, just a bit of a refresher. This is the picture. This is the tweet that ruined Brad Taste in Music's life. It all ended here. Great moves posing with Ethan Klein and Hila Klein backstage at their live show. Now, what could be possibly wrong with this? What could be the issue with this? What's the problem? This is this guy, popular YouTuber himself, with probably people that he's been watching for years, people that he likes. He gets to meet them. This should be a great moment for Brad Taste in Music. All right? He goes, uh-oh, what's this here? Brad Taste in Music reposted this with, this image made a statement that I did not intend to make. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did he get pushback? Did the guy that's supposed to be a music critic, the guy who's the whole value of his channel is the integrity of what he has to say, did he get pushback for a photograph and he's apologizing for it publicly? Oh no. I'd like to apologize for people who were hurt or upset by this photograph, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing, my guy? I also apologize for my quick response, as it was dismissive towards people who care about me and others deeply. I appreciate you looking out for me. Oh my God. So this is like where the annoyance is. This is where everyone, I think, the level of annoyance comes in. The hate comes later. It starts with the annoyance, because there's a clear problem here with this music critic who can't even post a photo of him with some of his probably favorite creators of all time, I'd assume, right? He can't even post a photo with people without being majorly affected by the criticism the photo caused, because some people don't like those people, right? Well, then this was met with direct. Then he apologized. He went on a whole freaking, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. It's too late to say sorry. Parade here. Okay, like this was an epic meltdown. Like watch this. This is him like Like, this tore him apart. This photo, that, by the way, he immediately apologized for, immediately cried about. I'm so sorry. I hate Ethan Klein too. You guys are actually right. Wah, 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 boo, boo. I'll do whatever you say, dude. This is meltdown level,
this is an
dude.
important video. I wanted to tell you guys basically
Look at him.
that I was roasting a turkey.
He's completely tweaking out of his freaking mind, bro. Listen to this insane ramblings. This photo of him with Ethan Klein, the pushback it gave him, a music critic, completely broke this man's mind.
Yesterday, right? And so when you roast a turkey, it's got to be like in the oven for like 2 hours or something, right? Well, I didn't understand this, so I put a stick through it, all right, and it didn't fit in the oven, so I had to take the stick out, and then I had to take out the stuffing.
Look at him patting his hair. Later on, you're going to hear he says he has a weed problem. Dude, weed don't make you act like this, dog. What is happening here? What are you doing? What is wrong with you? What is happening?
I eventually put it in the oven. It was all good. To anybody who is basically slowing me down from making mental health progress, slowing down me donating to charity, making it right with people, getting offline.
Look. And look at all. This is him just throwing out shields, okay? He doesn't like the criticism he's getting. So now if you're criticizing him, which your criticisms are valid, okay? If this guy is this quick to fold up his tail when he's met with criticism from his audience, why should anybody care what he has to say about anything ever? Okay, like I think that's where the root of a lot of the problem here. There's more problems, right? But that's the root of it. Why should anyone listen to what this guy has to say about anything if this is how distraught he gets when he gets pushback for his opinion or something that he likes?
And interacting with friends. If you're one of the
if you're picking on me, if you're delaying me from having mental health progress or donating to my charities, oh, shut the fuck up, dude. What a bitch. What a bitch. If you pick on me online, you're basically taking money away from charity. Oh, spare me. Spare me. Now this is where the hate starts. We started with annoyance. This is where we move into hate. Now I hate this guy.
The people who is stopping me from doing this and also telling me that it's for my own good. Fuck you. Fuck you. If you're a subscriber, unsubscribe, leave a comment, and I'll happily hide you from the channel. Genuinely, you guys are some of the worst fucking...
Now he's tough. Now he's getting tough. He throws his shields out. This is what I'm saying. This is why I hate this guy. Throws his shields out. If you criticize me, if you stop me from progressing on mental health, or donating to my charities, then fuck you. Like, that's him softening up the blow. He's about to get aggressive, but he has to paint a picture to validate why he's getting aggressive first. That's what a bitch does. That's what a little baby bitch does.
People I've ever met, and I'm glad that I'm going to stop making friends on the internet.
So this is fake. This is him trying to be a tough guy as he pulls all his hair out.
Because genuinely, I don't want anything to do with like 99% of you guys.
Bro's
Shout out
tweaking.
to the short, the small amount of the audience that actually does like care. But you guys have seen me, who's mentally ill, and have essentially done the fucking worst thing you ever could to someone who's mentally ill. And
now you can't criticize him at all because he's mentally ill.
No longer feel bad about it, and nor am I.
Don't criticize me, the music critic. I'm mentally ill. If you just take my opinion and accept it, don't discuss it. I don't expect any pushback on any of my opinions. I'm only a music critic. I'm mentally ill. I'm disabled. Please leave me alone. I'm crying. Look at me pick my hair out.
The blame for it. So fuck you. Leave me and my partner alone. And I'm going to keep...
You're picking on my wife. This isn't just me. You're picking on my wife. This is affecting my wife. Please leave me alone.
Making videos. Fuck it. Every single day. Let's do it every single day because fuck you. Because fuck you.
Yeah. So that's him getting real tough. And this is like the classic cry bully tactics of putting up your shields, trying to present yourself as the victim before you go on the offense, okay? Which didn't work out real well. If I remember correctly, this guy's community just destroyed him. He had too many mods. I believe they at one point deleted his channel. His mods just began to torture him because he fed into that community. you know, and that's the other part here. It's like the lack of sympathy of like you dug this bed. You've built this community of people that they don't care about your opinion. Because your opinion's worth nothing because it's so easily manipulated, right? You're unwell. You've said it yourself. You're mentally unwell, and your opinion is clearly not. People don't give a shit about your opinion. You're clearly very, very malleable to the way people interact with your opinion, and your audience, I think, knows that. That's why when you do or say things that they don't like, they do things like kick you out of your own Discord and stuff like that, which happened in this time period. There's more of this mental breakdowning. I don't know how much more of it I'll watch. I'll start watching a little bit of this.
So I was crying, so I apologize for...
I was crying. I hate that. You're uploading the video. Why? Like, keep in mind, people, okay? This is not your friend talking. When this happens with YouTubers, creators, this is not your friend talking to you. This is not a video call with your friend. Your brother did not send you this video to try to get a message to you. This is somebody who posts videos online. This guy, to a successful degree, built an audience successfully, maintained an audience for X amount of years successfully. And they're choosing to put in the video like them crying, letting you know that they're crying, you know, breaking down on camera, stuff like that. That is a decision. That is an editorial decision that they are making. It is a manipulation tactic. Okay? This parasocial nonsense. And then his audience ate him alive is the best part, kind of. Because he bred this parasocial audience for manipulation. And then they just ate him alive, which is almost just poetic justice, if you ask me.
Looking like a total mess. But I just wanted to say that recently I've been just like clawing, trying to survive and keep my platform instead of getting help. And I think a big reason is because I'm just scared that I've lost my community and everything I've built. And you know what? A lot of it is selfish. A lot of it is like, I deserve this. But also a lot of it's like, I care about the community and
this is intentional. He wants to see people. He wants people to see him crying. He uploaded the video. This is a decision. I hate it. Like the second I see anybody crying on a video like this, especially a guy who's supposed to like have opinions on things that are sometimes going to be controversial. Like this is intentional. This is manipulation. This is red flags. This is the type of guy I do not like to see online getting platformed.
I need help. I need to get offline, and I just want some reassurance from some people who care about me that like you'll be there when I'm gone or when I come back. I mean, because I want to do this the right way, but I'm scared. And
this guy needs to get a fucking job. This guy needs to get a job. This needs to be a hobby for this guy. This guy is not mentally well. I'm willing to say I don't think it's entirely fake. I think the guy's clearly like got some like you don't rip out your hair like that. You're normal, okay? I don't think it's all performative. But the guy's clearly not mentally well. He clearly does have manipulative tendencies. And there's nothing wrong with like having a YouTube channel and like it's like your hobby. But this guy now also has this like incredibly toxic community of parasocial dweebs that do not respect Brad. They do not respect his opinions. They only want to hear their own opinions regurgitated through Brad because he's developed the platform. And there's people in his community that know they can manipulate him to create this nice little hug box where they get to have Brad regurgitate all their opinions on everything. Okay. So anyway, all of that breakdown started over him posting those photos, this photo with Ethan Klein, and then apologizing for the photo. Because just the mere sight of him with a controversial creator was enough to cause like his audience to turn on him to such a degree that he has like a mental breakdown. Actually, deleting some stuff here. I don't even care to go over some of this stuff. There's like a bunch of drama with this guy too. But here's the deal. You start looking into the Brad Taste drama, and if you don't go to the right sources, you end up looking at his own community's dramas, grievances with him. And his community is a bunch of fucking morons, losers. So they'll complain about like really stupid things that I personally do not care about. Simple as that. And they're also they're all very unreliable narrators, because I believe that a lot of them do. Like, the allure of Brad, again, isn't that they respect him or his opinions. The allure of Brad is that he's so easily malleable. They're able to have him just regurgitate their own opinions back to them. So it's a giant freaking hug box. Used to be a Brad Taste fan, DSD. Yeah, it's a shame. I don't know. I here's another problem I've had with Brad Taste. He's always I've come into this a bit biased, because I tried to get into the Anthony Padilla, whatever the fuck's the guy's name. Let the Needle Drop. Here's my problem with these guys. I don't give a shit what they have to say, and I struggle to understand why anybody would give a shit what they have to say. These are people that don't have skill they don't have skill or a meaningful time to learn the craft of the things that they're critiquing. So why do I care what some rando? I listen to a lot of rap, so I know rap music. I don't know about that. Like, if Eminem, or name your favorite artist, okay? Name a guy that has like a meaningful presence in a genre. If that person has a podcast and they have something to say about something in their field, I'm very, very interested to hear what that person has to say. When it's some internet guy that just listens to a lot of music, I don't really care what he has to say for reviews. So I went into Brad Taste of music with like a very biased mindset, where I'm like, I really don't give a shit. But then this guy, when you look into him, I just grew to hate him even more for following reasons, well, previous reasons. But anyway, back to his beef with Ethan. So Ethan did respond. He kind of went over everything I already talked about, so I didn't feel the need to watch the whole 35-minute clip where he covers the Brad Taste and music drama. I think I believe Ethan began to take pity on this man. Okay. And I think this 10-minute segment here is like fun to watch Ethan kind of talk to this guy in a sympathetic manner, and then watch Brad Taste respond. I just want to see an interview. I want to see personalities being checked here. And by the way, this is after Brad Taste like repeatedly said he was like done. He was going to stop responding to shit. So that makes it even better that he would hop on the biggest podcast in the world after saying that he didn't want this to be public anymore. But here we go.
Talk to me.
All right.
At least Anthony Fantano has done more than just listen to music for a million years. Yeah, he had a podcast with Sam Hyde and then ran away and distanced himself from Sam Hyde, which I'm not even saying is a bad thing necessarily. But I like to bring that up about Anthony Fantano, because I believe at the point that Anthony Fantano had a podcast with Sam Hyde, a lot of what Sam Hyde was doing was the same as it is now. Like, a lot of the more controversial things were already brought people, like, he was already a controversial figure when Anthony Fantano was having a podcast with Sam Hyde. And then Anthony Fantano like flaked when it got more popular to hate when Sam Hyde's the criticism of Sam Hyde became more popular. So he's another guy that I would have to look further into it, but like there's a bunch of stuff with him that doesn't get talked about enough.
First of all, it's good to talk with you, Ethan. Sorry about everything that's been going on. I am currently on an internet break. I deleted Twitter off my phone, logged off
Dude says he's on an internet break when he's on like the biggest podcast on the internet.
Everything. I've just been
I genuinely believe that this was Ethan giving Brad a chance to try to like recoup losses because Ethan felt bad for him. That's my opinion.
What ended up happening is I ended up posting that photo, and I was it kind of taught me a lesson very quickly about the fact that I don't really have the like you're saying, like I need to work on core values.
Brad is so addicted to the internet he physically cannot stop himself anymore. I agree. He thinks he's addicted to weed. He's addicted to the internet in a very negative way.
and just like knowing what I believe in. And the problem is like I wasn't doing that shit. And so as soon as this hits and I'm just like, I can ignore everything in the world, it's like I handle it like an absolute entitled jerk. Yeah. I was not prepared for this, but it also ended up being really good. Like,
dude, this guy's just a mess. I don't know how much of this I'm gonna watch, but again, there's a consistent, like, he wants to, like, this is like one of my problems with this guy. Like, I keep saying it because I'm like frustrated because I do kind of feel bad for him. Like, I want to like not just be a total jerk because I do have a certain level of sympathy. But again, the guy's a music critic, and he's so easily malleable. And that's where I think people watch him. I think his core audience is just a bunch of people that know that they can regurgitate their own opinions through him. He's so happy to see Ethan Klein, even though he would have obviously had to know about his, you know, his controversies. Then his audience doesn't like Ethan Klein, so then he doesn't like Ethan Klein. But then Ethan Klein had some on his show, so now he's sorry, and he's sorry to Ethan Klein. And then after this, it's like, dude, he's like so wishy-washy. Why would anybody, like, it's a joke that this guy, anybody actually holds any, like, this guy's opinion holds no water. It holds no weight. It's like, he will say whatever he thinks he needs to say to make people happy, which when you're a music critic, that is like an awful, awful characteristic to have, unless you're just a grifter, unless you have no real opinion and you just get on a camera and say what you think the most popular thing is going to be or what's going to get you the most clicks, which very well might be the case.
This is the first time I've like taken a break from the internet. I'm quitting nicotine as well.
Oh, he's quitting nicotine.
Sort of
he's addicted, dude. The nicotine got me tweaking, dog. I'd be stimming off the Zins, dude. Dude, he's just a mess.
Care of
he's
myself
a fucking mess.
And, also learning about shit around the world. I've been enjoying the podcast. I've been enjoying the stories and whatnot. Am I just talking?
I'm listening.
Okay, cool, sweet. Yeah.
You are talking.
But no, we connected really well, like at the meetup. And again, I think Ela made me almost cry, but I was
dude.
I was scared. I behaved out of being scared that
by his own audience.
I didn't know what I was doing. And yes, you're right. I didn't know what I was doing. I listened to my audience because I didn't really even know what I believed in. So
music critic doesn't really know what he believes in.
I just did whatever, like, just said and tried to do whatever to just make
this guy's a fucking joke. I'm sorry.
Make it so I didn't have to feel the pain of the situation of maybe I did something wrong, you know? And it's just been like trying to extinguish that. And, you know, like,
and that's the other part. None of this drama should be this serious. This is like a throwaway gag for the podcast, the H3 podcast. And it's broken Brad down so tragically that that became the drama. I don't really give a shit that like Brad did this or Brad did the other thing. It's the constant rebuttals and explanations and reactions and the deflecting and the excuses and the wishy-washiness. It's, again, the drama itself isn't even that juicy. It's the negative personality traits that are being brought out through the drama that's interesting to me.
If anyone should know it, when you start fighting things like these, they kill you. They take away who you are, and it's terrible. So,
do you I feel like no one has ever tried to tell him that addiction go farther than just weed or nicotine, as you mentioned, Hugbox. No, is it that, or is it just a convenient excuse? Guys, I know that I reviewed the Linkin Park CD really badly, and I saw a lot of my core fans were very upset, and I just want you to know that I'm quitting nicotine. I'm quitting Zins. I think they're affecting my perspective on things. I'm quitting weed. I'm going to rehab. I'm sorry I took a photo with Ethan Klein. I'm going to rehab for my marijuana. Like, do you think he doesn't know that? Do you think it's not just deflection?
You know, again, I'm sorry that I betrayed the family, as I'll say, by not standing up for what I actually believe. And for honestly, like everyone's saying, being very cowardly.
Look, now he's grifting to Ethan's audience after being like, I don't even want to be in a photo with them. And even Ethan's like laughing at him. But to Ethan's credit, Ethan's not just blowing him out. Ethan's letting him spit. Ethan's letting him say his piece. But now he's on Ethan's podcast. He's trying to grift to Ethan's audience. After the whole drama started because he posted a picture with him and Ethan Klein and then retracted it and apologized. Like, what a bitch.
Cowardice. So,
Which is what? What is it that you do believe?
Well, that's the thing, is I don't want to just make some big statement right now. I want to
Dude, and that's the thing, though. That's probably in chat DSD. What makes this so interesting is the fact that Brad is unraveling himself live at the behest of his sanity. His fan base is so rabid and he's scared of them. I think that's why Ethan even has him on in the first place, because Ethan's gone through that multiple times. Ethan is a guy who has successfully like shed entire communities and then rebuilt new ones over and over and over and over again, bigger and badder the next time. And then he's seeing the way Brad's community is acting with him, and he's like, oh shit, like I actually feel bad for this guy, let me give him a chance. And then but then you almost have to laugh at him, because it's like, dude, like now you're on my podcast and you're trying to gravel to my audience. It's like, no, just shut the fuck up, put the tears away, put the waterworks away, put the excuses away, man the fuck up and stand on business, which is something that Brad, a music critic, completely fails to freaking do.
actually learn, you know? Like, it's no longer about what do I believe, it's like, what do I want to learn about? Because I have not been doing that. And as a result, a lot of the information
TSD, I personally see what happens if you have an uncommon take on his personality, on his personal Discord. I was banned for saying 21 Pilots is ass. Yeah, dude. I'll argue with you. I'll argue with opinions I don't agree with, but like, I'm not just going to ban you unless you're really annoying. Go into my comments. I do not delete comments from people that just disagree with me or are mean to me. But if you are like just really fucking annoying, I will ban you. And I do not give a shit.
I have is just simply wrong. So that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Okay. You had mentioned at one point, first of all, I appreciate the apology and the explanation. Obviously, I sympathize. Someone who's been on the internet for a while, I've been through all these experiences and such, and I know how it is. What did you mean when you said that I have, you had mentioned that I have,
dangerous. I said that you
see, look, even Ethan's smiling at him. Ethan's starting to grill him here. Ethan's like, what do you mean by this? I like this. He's giving him a chance to explain himself, but Brad has no real opinion. He's led completely by his audience. So it's like, so what did you mean by I had dangerous opinions? And look at Brad, he's starting to pull his hair out already, dude.
You've said things that are dangerous. I'll be honest. This is what I've heard from people who I've trusted.
Look, he's fucking pulling out his hair over that question, dude. Ethan's smiling.
And instead of doing my own research and actually coming up with my own opinion on what you said, I just parroted what they said.
Right.
Like, I should have actually looked at what you said and saw if it actually upset me.
Well,
if it didn't.
No, you should just actually have. Dude, this is it. He's a freaking music critic. Is this how you run your whole channel? You just look for the safe opinion and stand on it like you're a grifter? Because for you to say Ethan Klein has had dangerous opinions, well, then you should be able to tell me what those dangerous opinions were. And you just got to ask that, and you're pulling your fucking hair out. So your opinion on everything means nothing.
Yeah.
This would have changed.
Like,
it sucks because people have been running with that ever since October 7th. And to this day, nobody's really pulling up any examples. They just say that I'm a Zionist, that I hate Gaza, or that I hate Palestinians, and that I'm a Nazi. And people just take that for granted. And I still have not been able to see anybody pull up a single thing.
and that's the best part too, with the hug box thing. Ethan's political takes, which I think are primarily, I just don't want people to die. That's what I believe it is. People that hate Ethan for his takes on like Gaza and all the shit going down out there right now, they'll say things like that, like what Brad said. He has very dangerous beliefs, very dangerous takes. And then if you pry them, like if you go further in on it, they have nothing to say.
that supports
Because they're just regurgitating what they heard someone else say, and they haven't put any thought into it themselves.
that claim. Because frankly, it has never happened.
Well, honestly, I'm just proud that you're still fighting through that and like trying to do the right thing, because I know that shit's killing you. And the fact that, like, you know, it is a different circumstance for you. It is hard, and you still are trying to have good values.
Absolutely, the people, and the people that will try to say that the content nuke was like not a valuable piece of information as a critique towards Hassan. They'll just be like, actually, this screenshot is dated incorrectly. Okay, well the event still happened. Frogan still was brought up. That was the biggest one, right? Because it was like a doctored screenshot from DGG. It was Frogan being the rising star 2 years in a row. They'll be like, actually, the photo that you used was doctored of Frogan being the rising star for the second year in a row. Okay, but like the criticism is that she is a plant because she was elected to be rising star of the year twice in a row. And the way to dismiss that criticism is, well, actually, the photo you used when you said that is photoshopped. It's like, okay, but like the thing that he said is still a valid criticism that happened. And then people just don't want to have a conversation past that point because they just heard us on. They're just listening. Again, they have no real opinion. They didn't watch the nuke. They're just regurgitating what someone else said. That's why I always tell people, I'm like, watch it. Go watch it. You know what? Go watch Denims watch it. Go watch Frogan watch it. Do it. But watch the whole thing. Okay? Thank you. You know?
I respect that. And it's the thing I wish I would have actually said. I wish I would have actually said Ethan Klein has strong values. He is trying his best.
Dude.
He fucks up like the rest of us. I wish if I could have changed it, that is what I would have said.
Why would you say that? Well, I didn't fuck up.
Yeah. Look at Brad's face. Like Ethan's trying to like throw a light jab out for laughs, and Brad is like this. What do I say? What do I say? What do I say? What does he want me to say? What does he want me to say? What do they want me to say? What do they want me to say?
What did I say you fucked up? You fucked up.
We're still hedging our claims, man. I'm not
Yeah.
perfect, I know, but I didn't do anything wrong. All right, maybe I'm being too critical.
Look, no, you're not being critical enough, dude.
We're trying to
Look, he just blew him out, dude. He's like, oh my God. What I should have said is Ethan's made mistakes. We all make mistakes. Ethan Klein, what mistakes did I make? Blows fucking Brad's fuse again, dude. Brad, taste in music, has no real opinions, bro. He is nearly a regurgitation of the most popular and vocal opinions of his core audience.
we forgive.
Very manipulated, very malleable.
I
Oh shit! I'm covering up Ethan. I better move my face. I'll go over here. There, I'm over here now. Now you can see.
I'm trying to make a good point. You know, I'm trying to do some.
No, you're not making a good point. You're still like Ethan said. He's still like, well, you know, you made mistakes. What mistakes? Boom! Blows his fuse. Like he just say what, dude. Just say I had no idea what I was talking about. Okay, and I shouldn't have voiced an opinion that I didn't actually have. You know, just own up to it. Just be like, yo, I fucked up. Listen, I let my audience manipulate me. Yada yada. No, anything other than this. Some level of accountability for you being a spineless worm would be great.
Good, but that's the thing is I think it's.
To be fair, Brad is a bit starstruck and super nervous because he loves Ethan. I don't know, man. That's your opinion to have, but then just apologize. Then just own up still.
It's about intention here. I think we're all trying to be good people and figure shit out. So, you know.
That's true. I mean, the vast majority of people are all trying to do the right thing and be good people. The vast majority of people. So.
Oh yeah, no, it is, and it's hard to learn that too, because it can always feel like for me especially, it was feeling like everyone was coming at me, and you know, I was like sure that I was doing the right thing, and it was just like because I was so certain that the people who actually knocked me off that pedestal,
I don't think he has an actual receding hairline. I think he's just ripped all of the hair out of the front of his head.
I'm learning that.
Look at him.
That the actual amount of pain that comes from being wrong for me is so great.
You know, a good way to not be wrong is to not just regurgitate all the safe opinions, like actually like form an opinion of your own before you like run wild with it. I think that's like the main criticism here.
And it needs to be addressed, and it's not something I could just like shrug off and say, no, like I need a break. I need a break from the internet. I am looking at a screen too much. And so, like, even now, I have the stream turned off.
Now it's again, and this to me, like, I'm looking at a screen too much. I need a break from the internet. These are excuses to me. I don't think this guy knows how to operate online under criticism. I think that he just always wants to have the safe opinion. He wants to have the opinion that most people are going to agree with. And again, that's a big problem. Music critic, music review channel. And like now that people are mad at him and he's trying to like play that game where, well, what are the words I have to say that are going to make everyone like me? What does everyone want to hear? And the problem is he has way too many different types of people annoyed with him at this point, and he just cannot navigate that, because the idea of looking at someone that fundamentally doesn't agree with him and saying, fuck you, I genuinely don't care. This is what I think about this. And I don't care. What do you have to say about it? He can't do that. He's like listening to this opinion and that criticism and this over here. And he's trying to like mesh it all together in his brain to regurgitate something that's going to make everyone happy. And you just cannot do that. That's just not, and that's why he's losing his fucking mind.
I'm just talking with you.
Chat's off. You're safe.
I'm safe either way. That's the thing, is because I feel in my heart that I am moving on the right path.
Good.
Which is good. And again, the crew, you're wonderful. The show was amazing. I enjoyed it. I honestly just panicked because I saw a lot of people were hating on me. And again, some for good reasons, like, you know, the fact that I'm answering and have absolutely no response, and some for bad reasons, like people who were like me, who did no research and just picked up a narrative and like
did no research and just picked up a narrative but there it is. Like this is the wavelength you need to be on. Feed that. Think further about that. Why did you do that? Is this a recurring issue for you? Do you need to change your approach when forming opinions? Do you know how to form an opinion? You know, not, well, I'm addicted to the internet. I'm addicted to nicotine. I'm stopping to smoke. I'm going to rehab for weed. No, like, it's not that fucking serious, man. Like, stop letting other people like dictate how you feel about things. Take the time, do the research, actually form a genuine opinion that you genuinely believe in, and then you won't look like a fucking idiot.
Like, instead of action,
and then don't be a crybaby little spineless worm when you're met with criticism, and maybe your takes will have value again.
Actually checking and figuring it out for themselves. I feel like people are just sort of repeating what other people hear and are very afraid.
No, that's what you're doing. I feel like people is you. This is good. Follow this. This is it, Brad. You're almost there. You've almost cracked the code on what is wrong here.
And again, like, I know you guys are just, I mean, whatever I'm dealing with, Ethan, I know I've learned what you deal with as like someone who's dealt with now a fraction of what you deal with. And I cannot imagine being in that seat, having that many people watching your every move.
He's scared of blaming his audience because he knows what will happen and he can't handle that kind of backlash. Go get a job. Go get a job. This is why it's good. Like, again, listening to people online that their whole life is just being professional internet dwellers. You should like try to take actual advice from people that like don't have, I don't know, like me, I have a job. Okay, this is a hobby. I don't have to make money doing this. Okay, I don't care. I don't care. Brad doesn't have that. Not only does he have like he doesn't know how to navigate this space clearly, but he's also like his whole life and his lifestyle is like dictated by his public perception and him being viewed positively. It's just a recipe for disaster.
Oh, it's crazy.
Well, I know what you're going through. It sucks when it feels like everybody's mad. That's the worst feeling. So.
I don't know. I think Brad being on the internet is the problem, is just an excuse he's making. I don't think he's fully able to break down the fact that he doesn't have any true opinions. He can't stand on business. He's trying to take all of the criticism and all of the opinions and find the right set of words in response to regurgitate to make everyone happy. And he doesn't understand that there's just a section of people that are going to fundamentally disagree with him. And he just needs to tell them to fuck off. Or just allow them to disagree with him and not try to cater to them anymore.
So you'll be
Yeah,
fine.
but it's also irrational too. Like not everybody's mad, you know?
Yeah, most
like
people,
I had a
yeah.
lot of people who weren't mad, who were just like, Brad, what is happening? You okay? You know,
Right.
and I
Not-
took that as
right.
them being mad.
Right.
What were you saying?
No, you're right. You're right also. But
Also, this guy thinks that he's Mac Miller, and that really annoys me. Because he has a fake tough guy, like Mac Miller sounding accent, and it goes in and comes out. I don't know if you'll notice it, but I have, and it really annoys me. This guy wants to be Mac Miller so bad, and it's so annoying.
at any rate, breaks are good. You know, get yourself together. We still love. We want Brad's taste. We want
Thank you.
Brad to continue to taste. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, keep tasting.
And I will. And I want you to continue doing your show.
I want you to continue doing your show. Like, this is it. This is the Mac Miller, like, fake voice he does. It's so annoying.
Yeah, you're a very creative mind. I will
You're
be
very
watching.
creative mind.
You
Thank
know that
you.
we're rooting for you.
I can't
all right?
lose another subscriber, man. You should know that
Thank
by
you.
now.
I know.
You know, we gotta mend
I would 100% think it's fake because he occasionally doesn't have it.
this.
So where does it go?
It's
We got to
just
get
too
those
much.
numbers back in the green. You know,
Absolutely.
That's
yeah.
right.
We're far way away, but every single one counts. All right, Brad, keep tasting, okay?
Thank you. I'm going to go back to laying on the couch. Peace.
Good for you.
I'm gonna go back to laying on the couch.
So enjoy.
Fake, not real.
That's where I just came from.
All right. All right. Thanks, Brad.
That's Brad Taste. Everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that seemed like a good bridge building exercise.
I mean, as long as
We need more of that here.
Is he gonna? Can you text
does
him
he
if
have to
he's
say?
gonna cancel his membership, or is he gonna keep it?
I think that they'll probably keep their memberships.
Okay.
All right. I have turned the chat back on. We're back.
There we go.
I'm waiting to
Listen,
see
we
if
got
it
through
blows
the
him out or
crisis. It's
something.
Brad. We'll move on from Brad to
Brad.
Let's see. We've
You
got
just have a clip of me saying Brad.
I was actually right.
Come on.
shit,
like
dude.
10 minutes
Holy fuck.
Oh my God.
I don't think we're gonna have time to get to it today, unfortunately.
That's so disappointing.
But, dude, it's
Talk about Ryan Kavanaugh.
Well,
I think you're right.
so
It's
good.
All right, I think this is over. So I don't know that we're just kind of trashing on Brad here, but I played that really to see we could dissect like the way he responded to the criticism with Ethan, because Ethan did grill him a little bit. It's just so wishy-washy. He just has no freaking spine. It's very, very freaking annoying. I think that he just caters. He just caters. He just wants everyone to like him. He doesn't want to be he doesn't want to be controversial, but he wants to be a critic. Yeah. I don't want to pose with Ethan because he has dangerous opinions. Gets asked by Ethan, okay, well, what are my dangerous opinions? Blows a fucking fuse in his brain. Like, he has no real opinion, and he's just not able to grasp it. And then all the excuses. Oh, I'm getting off the internet. Oh, I'm going to stop doing nicotine. Oh, I'm going to rehab for marijuana. Oh, you know this. Oh, I just like, you know, like never zero, and all like through all the tears, zero accountability. Very annoying. There's some stuff. I pull up a bunch of stuff I'm flipping through because honestly, if I wanted to, I could just stream for like 4 hours on this guy because his own community hates him and they post a bunch of drama about Brad Taste. A lot of it's nonsense. A lot of this drama I've been seeing from Brad's community, people that seem to be fallen fans or current fans the way his people are. It's just so stupid. I don't care. And I'd love to sit here and make content out of it, but I can't. Because I don't agree with what they're saying, and I'm not just going to regurgitate the opinion that's going to make more people happy. Take some fucking notes, Brad. Or maybe that's how you grow a community. Maybe that's why I'm MeJoeShmoe. I'm nobody. I got 7 people watching me, and nobody's even chatting. What the fuck is up, guys? You know? But anyway, so Brad, you know, this is Brad. This is my song for Brad. This is what he needs to do.
Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. 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 Ain't no other king in this rap thing like siblings. Nothing.
Brad tasting music needs to turn his TV off. But he uploaded this. This is why we're talking about him today. This is why we're going over Yeah, you're my morning. I don't normally stream at this time, but DSD is my morning shift person, I guess. I usually stream at night, but I don't know. I wanted to stream right now. I enjoy doing this, believe it or not. I don't do this because I have to. I don't do this because it makes me money. I do this because I like to talk shit, and it's fun when a couple people get in my chat and watch my videos, and we can all fucking talk about the nonsense, stupid internet drama together, because I think shit's entertaining. But Brad tasted music. All that drama happened. There was a bunch of other stuff too that I'm actually not going to talk about with a individual by the name of Rose and Brad. $10,000. If you know, you know. I don't know what the hell is happening there. I'm staying away from it. I think the main criticism with Rose is she's had very, very controversial takes. Very, very controversial takes. Oh, I kind of want to show it. I'm not going to. It doesn't matter. But way more controversial than Ethan. Let's just say that. And then he like stuck by her after the Ethan drama, which, to be fair, that was probably a good thing, right? Probably good that he like, I don't know. But then I think, see, this is the problem. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't know enough about it. We're going to end it right there. But yeah, there was a bunch of other drama around this guy that I don't care to go into. But then today, this is brand new. I just flipped through it to kind of get a vibe of what he's talking about here. This is after the rehab, after he took a break. He was supposed to be recovering. He's supposed to kick weed. He's supposed to kick nicotine. He's supposed to kick the internet for a little bit. He's supposed to rebuild his mental sanity. He shows up on a video yesterday looking like this on Valentine's Day. That's the saddest part. This was on Valentine's Day. Shows up on a video looking like this. And, you know, I relapsed. So I kind of just want to watch this and see, get a vibe of what this is about. See if there's any acknowledgement of his past issues. Anything with the H3 thing gets brought up. The overall criticism online. Does he understand why people have a problem with him at this point? Is that Jack Harlow? No. So anyway, that's why I want to watch this. So without further ado, let's check it out. Let's see what he's got to say. All right. Let's see where he's at. Let's see if the boys come making a comeback.
What's up? So, the reason I'm making this video is for the last 3 years, I've every year around the same time made a video talking about each year that I've been sober from.
Oh, there are the examples. 2 year clean from weed, celebrating 1 year. Weed's bad. Weed is bad. Weed is bad. Here's my issue with weed. It makes you fucking lazy. Let's excuse everything going on here with Brad, because I think he's got more issues than weed. I don't think he's actually a good example. What weed does, for a while it was like a big thing that everybody should love weed. Like Joe Rogan was like, oh, promoting weed. Everyone's like, weed's good. Weed actually, I've heard people tell me that weed cures cancer, and they secretly don't want you to know about it. Okay. The problem with weed is it's like any drug, right? It's like anything. It's escapism. It's making you're not able to think. Okay. You get to the point where you're a little bit stirred up, and you probably should be spending that time trying to understand your emotions and trying to understand why you feel the way that you feel, why you feel like you need relief. And it gives you an immediate relief with very minimal consequences, no hangovers, nothing like that. And now lately it's gotten even worse with the weed, where it's like socially acceptable. People are like, oh yeah, it's good. It's good for you. It's healthy. It's almost like healthy for the soul. And it's not. It makes you lazy. How many successful people do you personally know? Personally, because there are outliers that like smoke weed regularly and they're like successful. Me, zero. No, maybe not zero. I don't want to offend people, but yeah, very little. It's not a good thing to do. It's not like it's bad, but it's bad. I almost died because weed's so super. Wait, was it? I almost died because. How do you die because of weed? Weed is fine in heavy moderation. Everything's fine in moderation. Every single thing. It's like why I'm annoyed. Like, here's the other thing. Controversial take. Alcoholics. That like one of the things is like, just stay away from alcohol. Don't go near it. Don't even look at it. Stay away from people that are drinking. Don't go to restaurants with people who are going to drink near you. That is a complete like lack of practice of self-control. And the people that I know that have alcohol problems that try to tackle their addiction by just avoiding it entirely, they just don't ever seem to recover I'm sorry. Tipster, this is like something I could get roasted for. Tipster, the streamer, he said something the one day that I actually agree with, and people roasted him for it because it is funny. He said, I now have a healthy relationship with alcohol. After saying that he was like an alcoholic. I think that there's legitimacy to that. I think that I think that's like, if you just avoid something and you never practice self-control, you're more likely to relapse if you're ever put in a situation that brings you back to it. If you allow yourself to be around it and you allow yourself to practice moderation, you're going to have better skills to moderate yourself through that substance, right? And the people that do that, and the people in my life that have had problems with these types of things, and they practice moderation as opposed to, I'm going to avoid it and like it's the plague because I have no self-control. Those are the people that I see have the best turnarounds. And unfortunately, I see a lot of that. So anyway, moving on. I have strong opinions on substance abuse for personal reasons.
From weed.
And they're not popular.
And I know that a lot of people are already like, whoa, weed, what? It's just weed. What are you talking about? I have no energy to convince those people about.
Like if you're not able to control yourself with your intake on weed, I think you have other issues. And the weed's just masking it. So for you to be like, avoiding weed, I'm so scared that I'll relapse if I'm near weed, that tells me that you're not figuring out the underlying issues that are causing you to abuse the substance, and you're not really making any progress. That's my take.
Anything involving weed.
And also you're using it as an excuse.
So that's not who this video is for. It's for the people who have been following on that journey and who understand the kind of effect that it has on me and possibly on them. And
yes, I agree with Tipster on it's possible to have a healthy relationship with alcohol.
That it's not just all daisies and roses for everybody. For me personally, what we did was it made me feel extremely confident and indestructible, and like I knew what I was doing all the time, and that I felt like I was grounded to the world and that things were interesting, and that everything made sense. This, of course, was a complete facade that did not go well whenever it wore off, and I would usually become very hostile when the delusion would kind of wear off. So,
well, it sounds like this guy has like major insecurity issues, and the weed made him relax. And then when he didn't have the weed, the insecurity problems made him like hostile and like snap at people. That's like typical abuse issues. That's like what alcohol does to people. So this is my thing. Instead of trying to figure that out to the point where you feel comfortable being around weed again because you know you're able to moderate your usage because you figured out what you were running away from to begin with, you just hide from the weed and allow yourself to like, I don't know, that like I think there is value in practicing moderation.
That was pretty much what it did for me. I'd like to bring you back to a moment. I remember it was about...
I don't know. I've smoked weed. I've done drugs. I'm going to end it there. I know people that have done heavy drugs to ridiculous quantities, and they get away from it, and they don't go to rehab, and they keep it quiet, and they don't make it a spectacle and bring it up all the time how strong they were for overcoming their addiction. Like, I know people that, I gotta watch what I say, but there are people very, 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 very close to me that had like severe drug problems, very severe, and they don't make a spectacle out of it. They got out of it, and they don't wear it as like a badge of honor. They don't bring it up like, oh, I'm so strong, I did this thing, and they're still able to be around it without going back down the fucking shithole. And those are the people that I see come out and be successful for long periods of time afterwards. The people that make giant spectacles about going to rehab, heading down to Florida, stuff like that all the time, talking about on Facebook how strong they are and how hard it's been. Those are the people that always just seem to never recover. I'm sorry, but that's been my experience with loved ones going through these types of things.
At the beginning of last year, maybe a little bit earlier,
I crashed my car and it exploded in front of me. I don't think I was strong. I was lucky. The horrific event. Well, dude, like that's like you shouldn't be getting fucking blazed and driving your car. It's not the weed's fault. Like, I hate to be a dick, but it's not the weed's fault that you got blazed out of your mind and then decided to go driving. I hate to be a dick, but jeez, dude.
I was on stream and
yeah, kids shouldn't be doing drugs. I can agree with you on that, because then you get blazed out of your mind. You go driving and smash your car. Like, you're not mature enough yet.
I broke down crying, happy tears, because everything had been going well for me. It had been a long time since I had been, on weed, and, I was feeling good about it. I was like, wow, I'm listening to music and I'm enjoying it on stream. I have a family. I have these 2 dogs that I love very much, and I have a fiance. My dog is barking. Well, he's a different dog. I had a fiance who I loved, who loved me, and I thought things were going very well there. And I had
Yeah, kids shouldn't be doing drugs. Yeah, that's why, like, you should be an adult. I'm responding to chat. You can see on the screen. That's why it's wrong for kids to do drugs, because you're not mature enough. And oh my God, have you guys ever seen the "Let's Fuck Disabled People, Let's Fuck Autistic People" video? Have you guys ever seen that? Oh God, maybe I'll try to find it after this. We'll watch it. It's so bad. But yeah, that's why, like, people that don't have, like, mature mentalities shouldn't be doing like mind altering substances. If you're an adult, I believe that you can enjoy most things in moderation. You were a kid. That's why you smashed your car, dude. Go she.
I had a future that I was really excited for. And I now sit here in front of you guys, maybe about a year later from that, saying that I lost pretty much everything that I care about. All those things are gone.
Why are you making this video? I'm not your friend, dude. Your audience is not your friend. Like, is this, like, genuinely you just don't know how to navigate the space you're in? Or this is you trying to beg people to come back and feel bad for you? Like, what is it?
And I'd love...
Like, the pauses, the edit. Like, this is a fucking video that could have been edited. Like, if you want to make a video about your recovery, that's totally fine. But, like, this just comes off as, like, so, like, raw. Like, but not even naturally raw. Like, an attempt to be... Like, if I were to ever make a video about something I went through, I probably wouldn't talk about it like this. Because at this point, I know I'm recording myself. I'm in complete control of the editorial process. And I can't think of another reason to talk like this unless I'm trying to manipulate you. Really. That's my take. Sorry.
For it to be as easy as to just blame weed for all of it, but it's not. Weed is just like a small part of a much bigger puzzle of everything.
Good. We're on a good track. Keep it going, buddy.
It certainly didn't help. The reason I ended up doing it again.
Brad is surprisingly young. I will say, when I learned that Brad is currently 24 years old, I had more sympathy for him than I had previously, because unfortunately he does look way older than that.
About like 5 months ago was...
I believe you. Yes, I don't think he's mature enough. I believe you. I mean, now he's 24, but like when this drama was going on, 23, like blowing up on the internet, not having a real career. Yeah, there's maturity issues there, definitely.
The fact that I went to...
And it's not even his fault. All of it's not even his fault. I mean, you blow up on the internet when you're super young. You lack the ability to mature normally.
California, and I was meeting up with some pretty, like, great people. Like, some people who I looked up to.
No, Brad is young. That's a valid thing to bring up. Brad is young.
Some of even which who had, like, pretty...
I mean, 24 is a grown-ass man, but, I mean, it's relatively young, especially for the career that he's in.
Powerful status. And, it was a social thing that they, they wanted to get high and hang out. And for me, I just cracked to it. I was like, all right, screw it, I want to be a part of that. There's no, like, I didn't want to miss out. And, yeah, and it, and of course I fell back in love with it and was amazed with the effects of it. And, You know, it was like the whole thing started all over again for me. But the underlying consequence of which is the fact that I don't know, I just act different on it. Like in a way that I can't control.
No shit. I don't know. Like, duh. Like, I don't know. You just said you've like have 3 years sobriety, like, and you're just starting to come to these revelations. And more importantly, what's the point of this video? Like, why is it like so performatively raw? I can't help but just feel like this is pandering. I'll summarize it like this: I feel like this is pandering. Okay, this is a performance,
and I ended up making an ass out of myself publicly, like really badly, to the point of where I don't
like. It's almost like he is blaming the weed for his actions, right? Like it's almost like he is blaming this. I'm not blaming the substance, but I kind of am blaming the substance.
I don't even want to work anymore. There are videos about me, about my situation, of things that I've said that I can't face. I don't want to look at, and I don't want to be a part of the internet where like that exists.
It's not even just the lack of editing. It's his overall. It's the cadence in his voice. It's the way he's presenting the information. Like, you could take a 3 takes, 4 takes, 10 takes. Like, I don't believe people that talk like this on the internet. This to me in a video. This isn't you. Again, this is not your friend. You are not receiving a private message from a friend. This is not a private conversation that you're having with a friend. You do not know who this person is. They do not know who you are. There is no reason to be talking like this.
So
you will never regret being professional. That is like to like I don't know, like like over emotional. I don't know. This is not good, dude. It's manipulative.
Oh my God. And there's information about it, like about me, from people who were close to me, who were freaking out because they didn't know what was going on about me. They were just as panicked, and they ended up slandering me. I
listen to this.
What a mess. Look, it was a disaster, everything that happened, and I ended up completely making a fool of myself.
But that's the weed's fault. Like he's not saying that, but he's kind of saying that. Like this is what I do when I'm on weed. This is what happens, man. The weed. It was all the weed, guys. It was all the weed, guys. I'm not saying it was the weed, but let me tell you what happened. Like, okay, so you're kind of saying it was the weed. This is the weed's fault.
I went to rehab. I don't even remember the first reason I went to rehab. Like, I just know that.
Imagine going to rehab for weed. Dude.
I'm in.
Sorry, not sorry.
Rehab
dude.
Currently.
Like, imagine like going to rehab for weed, and you're like next to like a fucking heroin addict, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I don't know, man. I got on the needle, and I just want to get off so bad. I want my wife and kids back." And you're Brad tasting music, and you're like, "Yeah, man, I can't stop smoking weed." like. Sorry, like I'm sorry, it's kind of ridiculous.
At least I've been in rehab.
If it works, it works. If it works out, it works out. If it's what you needed, that's great. But it comes off like comically ridiculous.
For the last 3 months, I've been in rehab in total for like 5 months, but for the last 3 specifically for SI, because I wanted to take my own life. It got
oh my God, dude,
got so bad that I.
Why do you need to? Like, what is the purpose? What are you trying to, like, that's the thing. It's like, what is the why? What is the reason behind this? Why would you say that? Like, why do people get on live streams? Why do people go public with information that you couldn't waterboard out of me? Like,
I didn't have the family that I wanted to work for, that I wanted to do my job for, so I didn't want to do my job.
Like, because I have more sympathy than probably most people when it comes to suicide for personal. That's the thing. These types of problems are things that have affected me on a personal level very deeply. Okay? So when I start to get vibes that they're being used as excuses and they're being used in ways to manipulate, I get very pissed off. And that's the vibe I get from Brad. Okay?
I felt like I'd failed every.
I don't think he needs a therapist. I think this is a defense mechanism. I think this is how he acts when he's trying to pander. I really do.
And that I found my family because I chose work over family. And yeah, it's just like everything that I worked for.
It's like I'm trying. It's like I'm trying. This is the thing, okay? When people are like, oh, this and that, and I did this because of that, and I'm trying to get better, and I'm trying to recover. I don't know that. It's like Anissa with iDubbbz and Creator Clash, where they're like, the whole vibe there is like, we had good intentions. I'm sorry we lost the money. I don't know that you had good intentions. I just know that you lost the money. I don't know that you're trying to recover. All I know is you haven't recovered. That doesn't mean you can't be sympathetic. That doesn't mean that you can't like try to help people or you know, but like that's for your friends and family. That's not for random people on the internet. I don't fucking know who you are. I don't care who you are. Why are you telling me that, oh, I was so depressed when I did this thing that you're mad at me for? I tried to, kill myself. I don't know who you, bro, TMI. Who the fucking Peter Griffin Family Guy? Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? Like, that's a conversation that if, like, my reaction to him saying that in this video is not the reaction that I would have if that was someone that I loved and cared about saying that to me. This is an inappropriate conversation to be having with a bunch of random people through the media of a fucking video on your YouTube channel. And that's why you will get accused of it being pandering and questions of the legitimacy of what you're saying because of the way that you're saying it and the fashion. It's just inappropriate. Talk to your mom, talk to a therapist, talk to your girlfriend, talk to your brother, talk to your sister, talk to your cousin, talk to your aunt, niece, nephew, coworker. Do not get in front of a camera and potentially in front of millions of people who do not know you and present it like this, because you're going to get criticized. If you are having problems, it's just going to make them worse. And he should know this by now. This to me is pandering. I'm sorry.
And everything that I cared for just like either flipped on its head and wasn't what I thought it was, or just like wasn't what I wanted, or wasn't what I thought it would be, and I just wanted to die. So that's where I'm at right now. I'd love to tell you it's getting better, but it fluctuates. Like every day I wake up and it's like throwing the dice. Some days I wake up and I'm okay and I pull myself together and I'm able to pull through, and then some other days I literally just wake up and I'm like I wish I didn't wake up, like, ever. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I
don't know. Sorry, I guess, random internet person. Why are you saying this here? This whole video to me just comes across as like there's excuses with the weed. Oh, and I'm just so depressed and I'm just so sad. And like it comes across like it's pandering. It's pandering for sympathy so that people will come back and watch his videos. He can have some level of forgiveness. Okay.
Still doing music stuff. I'm listening to music.
And the shit that he did isn't even that bad if he just stood on business or moved on and shut up. It really isn't.
Off stream.
It's the way he's acting. It's making people keep watching and criticize him.
The new FKA Twigs album. Listen to that like 20 times. Still going to do streams, maybe even a stream today. I don't know. Stream tomorrow, definitely. Just trying to keep my head up. But yeah, that's my update. Thank you guys for listening. Peace.
All right, let's go into the comments. I didn't like it. That's my review. Came across very pandering. People gonna clown you talking about how the weed do that to you. Weed doesn't do that to anybody. I smoke daily and I can recognize the certain substance affects certain people in different. Yeah, but like this, if this is a conversation that's not appropriate to be on a fucking YouTube channel with your audience. Your audience is not your friends. The YouTuber you're watching is not your friend. I'm being callous to this video, okay? And I'm saying it's pandering. And I'm saying that because this is my perspective, okay? As somebody watching a fucking YouTuber talk to his audience. If this was a friend of mine coming up to me and presenting to me like this, talking to me like this, I would be much more sympathetic. I would hear them out more and I would offer like assistance, help. Okay. How can I help you through this situation? This, and the way it's being presented, Brad Taste, this is his second channel. Okay. This is a freaking channel. Brad Taste what? Taste and music. This is like not a new kid on the block. This is a 363 subscriber channel. Okay, and to be fair, it is on his second channel. To be fair. But this is an inappropriate fucking conversation. I don't care. I don't care. I don't know. I don't know about you. Therefore, I don't care about you. And you should, like, this parasocial bullshit, bro. Like, what are you doing? Let's look at the comments then. Glad to see you owning up to what happened last year. He didn't, though. He did not own up. Like, that's what I'm saying. His audience will eat this up. I'm not going to blame the weed. But now that I said that, yeah, man, I acted in a weird way last year. Did some weird things. Like, so then why'd you bring up, like, I'm not going to blame the weed? So you are blaming the weed. I know I'm so depressed. Like, he gave a million excuses. He's not owning up to anything at all. Well, I'm trying to get better. Are you? I don't fucking know that. You know how you prove that you're trying to get better? You get better. I'm not your brother. I'm not your mom. I'm not your dad. I'm not working with you on these things. I shouldn't even know about this shit. Why do I need to? So I can feel bad for you? The fuck is your problem, dude? Glad to see you owning up to what happened last year and continuing to doing what you love. Last year seemingly was awful for everybody, but here's to a better 2025. Like, the undeserved personality, undeserved charity. I'm sorry. Ridiculous, but it'll work. This is how you accumulate an audience that'll be parasocially attached to you and then tear you down when you give the wrong opinion. Clearly he's not learned his lesson. Relapse is part of recovery. You got this. Whatever, dude. Again, I'm sorry. I'm callous to this type of shit. I'm not Brad taste in music, but I will allow you to know that these are issues that affect me more deeply than you should know about because you're random people on the internet. But yeah, I do have strong opinions over these issues, and I do have valid reasons. And I don't care to really go further than that with you because I don't give a shit. I don't know who you are. Stay strong. You're going to make it. Having also had a horrible 2024. Yeah, dude. Like, it's just like wound licking. Bunch of wound licking. You're looking good, man. This guy hit him with this guy commented, "You're looking good, man." He said,
but my children, one shot, they disappearing.
He said,
I'm in the city with
man.
Turn his TV off,
He said,
turn his
"You're looking
TV
good,
off.
man."
Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Ain't no other king in this rap thing, like siblings. Nothing but my children. One
looking
shot,
good,
they
man.
disappearing. I'm in the city with a flag.
Anything involving
Bro be
weed.
capping. Bro be capping. All right. We've roasted this guy for long enough. What was I saying earlier? I wanted to watch a video. Oh God. Yeah. So what did he say? This is like not really, we're kind of off the Brad topic. Okay. So yeah, I don't know. The Brad thing, it comes across very pandering to me. He comes across like he gives too much information. Maybe he's a bit too immature, blah, 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 blah. I've said it all enough. If you watch to this point, you know how I feel. But side tangent here. I want to go over it, and it's not worth its own live stream or video, but I want to talk about this. It's so funny to me. So, what did he say? I'm trying to remember what made me even think about it. Oh, God. Substance abuse, and how there's a reason that we don't let kids do drugs. Okay. It's because, like, I believe that the healthiest way to deal with addiction and stuff like that is through moderation, practicing moderation, holding yourself accountable, stuff like that. That's like my mentality to it. Oh no, dude, I don't think I have it. Hold on. But I'm trying to just find it. Dude, I found it the other day if I can't find it. But there's this video. It was a commercial, and I've seen it be talked about a couple times since I saw the commercial, like, naturally one morning while eating breakfast. And the premise of the video, unless I'm really reading it wrong, which I do not think I am, the premise of this video is We should be allowed to fuck autistic, like not autistic people with like Down syndrome. Okay, we should be able to fuck people with like crippling levels of mental disability. That's like the gist of this video. It's insane, bro. And I saw it the other day on Twitter, and I thought I shared it to somebody. I'm trying to find it right now. Who did I share it to? I know I shared this to somebody. Oh God, dude. Hold on, I'll just try to find it. I totally thought I shared this to somebody. I guess I didn't. That sucks. But yeah, the gist of this video is insane. It's like there's a reason that kids don't get to do drugs. Okay? And it's bad. It's because they're kids. They're not fully developed mentally. They're not mature enough to handle that. They don't know how to moderate. They have if you give a kid an entire bag of cookies, they will eat the entire bag of cookies, okay? Kids are stupid. And that, you know, that also rolls over to people with severe mental disabilities, right? Disabled. Well, I'm kind of feel bad for this. Disabled people drinking commercial. It starts off slow, like you should allow me to drink, which is already clearly bad. Here, I found it.
Bartender.
Okay, I don't know if this will get hit or not. This probably will not be its own VOD, but here it is, dude. This is insane. This is literal fucking insanity. You can judge me. Tell me if I'm wrong. This came on like one day while I was eating breakfast. This is the let's fuck people with crippling mental disabilities commercial. Okay? But it starts off subtle. Watch the insanity here.
Hey bartender, you assume that I cannot drink a margarita, so you don't serve me a margarita?
And again, these people with severe mental disabilities, they're not given mind-altering substances because they're not mature enough. It applies the same to them. They're mentally disabled, okay? To like they can't make decisions for themselves like a normal mature adult would be able to.
Hey bartender, you assume that I cannot drink a margarita, so you don't serve me a margarita? So I don't drink a margarita. Your assumption becomes reality. And
Dude.
Parents, you assume that I cannot live on my own, so you don't encourage me to live on my own. So I don't live on my own. Coach,
Dude.
you assume that I cannot hit harder, so you don't train me to hit harder. So I don't hit harder.
No, like that does not happen. This right here is just a fallacy. This does not happen. Maybe it does happen, but it's not a severe issue. I've been to the Special Olympics. All right, I've watched these people throw down. They take this shit. There is an ability. I would love to find the trainer who's gonna find like a severely disabled person, mentally disabled person that has a major insane passion for boxing and not bother to train them because like, oh, well, they're disabled. They can't hit hard. They can't jump high. They can't run fast. It's not a thing. Okay. I mean, I can't say that it's never a thing, but like there's a clear avenue that I've personally seen to disabled people, people with mental disabilities being able to compete at a very high level in sports. Okay. This is just wrong. This is just incorrect information at this point. Remember, it started off with, you don't think I can drink, so you don't serve me a drink. It's like I feel like I'm listening to an argument for a kid being allowed to do drugs.
And teacher, you assume that I cannot learn Shakespeare, so you don't teach me Shakespeare.
You're telling me that if you're disabled and you can demonstrate that through the books, you don't get to a level of learning where they're going to teach you fucking Shakespeare. You're not learning Shakespeare because like that's so stupid. This commercial is so ungodly fucking idiotic. There are people with like disabilities that get to go into like college prep and stuff. There's like we've been there. There's weird kids that, sorry, I hate to put it like that, but it's true. We've all seen weird kids be very smart. I won't go as far as like mental disability or like what makes them weird, right? But a lot of us went to school. A lot of us went to high school. This is bullshit, okay? If your teacher's not teaching you Shakespeare, not challenging you, it's because you're consistently not performing well on tests. You're not exhibiting that you are going to be able to comprehend that level of material, okay? It's not because you look funny, so we're not going to help you be challenged. You know, like it's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. It's like disabled. We're not disabled. These kids aren't disabled. You're making them disabled. Which there might be a valid argument for that, but not to this level.
Donald had a farm.
So I don't learn Shakespeare.
But wait, the punchline's the best.
E-I-E-I-O. But hey, if all your assumptions become reality, then assume that I can drink a margarita. Will you serve
Wait for it. The punchline's coming up. It's coming.
me a margarita? So I drink a margarita. Assume that I can live on my own.
These were all softer examples, right? These were all softer examples, like kind of more reasonable than what we're about to get to.
So I live on my own. Assume that I can hit harder. So I hit harder. Assume that I can learn Shakespeare. So, what fools these mortals be? I learn.
Yeah, because if you're like a gifted student that has a high level of comprehension skills, you're not going to learn Shakespeare. They're not going to put you in higher level classes. You just look retarded, so you go to the retarded class. That's how school works. No, not for me at least.
Learn fucking Shakespeare. You assume I can swear, right? Assume that I can do that job. Then I can go to parties.
Yeah, because jobs don't hire people that have issues. You go to Walmart and like you don't see any disabled people in there.
Then I can have sex.
There it is. There it is. Let me.
That I can be on stage.
Because there's no situation where mentally disabled people get taken advantage of by perverts, right? That doesn't happen. That'll never happen. This mentally challenged, not this person on the screen, but a mentally challenged person, you know, there's no way they get taken advantage of. Like, right? That doesn't happen.
Assume that I can. So maybe I will.
I don't know. Call me crazy. But that felt like we should be able to fuck disabled people commercial, right? That's what that felt like to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm way off there. I've seen other people talk about it too, but I found that commercial like organically. I was watching something on YouTube. It came up as a commercial. I was like, what the fuck am I watching? And then I must have not have been the only one because I've seen it like talked about on a couple different podcasts. And to be fair, it doesn't seem like my opinion's a brave one. Everyone seems to come to the consensus of what the hell's the point of this commercial? You're trying to like say that it's okay to, I'm trying not to say the R word, but it's funny to say it sometimes. You're trying to tell me it's okay to fuck mentally disabled people? Like it's okay? There's no scenario where like that gets taken advantage of by weirdo pervert freaks. Okay? Like it's just totally fine. And we should let them drink. We should let mentally disabled people go to bars and get drunk out of their minds. Nothing bad can happen there. Right? Weirdness. Very weirdness. I would love to know who made that commercial. Maybe we should look into it. Canadian Down Syndrome. This was made by Canadian Down Syndrome. Maybe they were trying to do a good thing, but that just was not it. That just was not it. I mean, I know it's got to be a case-by-case thing, right? But, like, it's probably better that people that look like they have Down syndrome don't get served at bars quickly. Like, there's at least a level of thought and care put into it when a person who seems to be suffering from Down syndrome comes into your bar and tries to get drunk, that the bartender has a moment of reflection where it's like, is it appropriate to serve this person alcohol? That's probably not a bad thing. It's probably a very natural thing for a person to think if they actually like care about anything, like they're a normal human being. God damn. Well, that was fun. I don't know. That probably will not be its own VOD. That will probably just remain as a little segment at the end of this video. Well, thank you. Shout out to the lurkers. But it's Saturday, and I want to play Elden Ring. So I'm going to play Elden Ring. You know what I'm going to do? I don't know. I feel like we've maybe picked up some new...
How do I address you?
Why is P. Diddy on my screen? Oh yeah, my Discord link is like broken. It doesn't work. I've stopped sharing my Discord because it doesn't like work. I'll maybe should figure that out. And also, it's just dead. I'd rather just post on YouTube. So if you do want to like send me stuff, follow me on Twitter. If you do want to reach out, I'm not your friend, but you know, the appropriate fashion, reach out for something related to the content or ideas. This should be my disc. No, I can't. I don't know what's wrong. I think one of my moderators fucked it up. But I have not been able to share my Discord in fucking months. Like, I don't know what happened. Hold on, I'll try. Bear with me here. I'm trying. Create a channel. Here it is. Invite people. And then there's like a thing here for it's like hidden. Use the copy button. Here. Edit invite link. Expire. Never. Max. Grant temporary membership? No. Generate a new link. Will this work now? It's crazy, dude. I don't know what happened. I've never had a problem before. Well, people are leaving now anyway. Yeah, I've never had a problem before. And all of a sudden, in like the past couple months, I feel like somebody fucked something up on the back end. I have to figure out because I can't make invite links to my Discord anymore. I'm getting Brad tasting music in. That's like my community's turning against me. They're screwing with me. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm giving up for now. Maybe I'll post a community link about it. But I do have a Discord. It's very dead. It's probably not worth much, but I've been thinking about like streaming me playing video games in there or something. But yeah, all right. Thanks to the lurkers. Maybe one day we'll figure out how to get Discord links shared again. If you know how to fix that, hit me up on Twitter, I guess. I don't know. But I'm out. I'm going away. Bye guys. Bye.